Yo, what up, everybody? It is Cody from Metal Miners back for my Saturday Bandcamp special. I believe this is episode 4 or 5. So, been making pretty good progress on keeping up with it. Today I was especially not motivated to do a video. I don't know, sometimes I just get kind of bogged down with the whole social media thing. I don't know. I can go into a whole video about social media, but let's just go on with the video, eh? So, of course, like I previously mentioned in all my videos, I highlight 5 releases that I found on Bandcamp that I find interesting or really appreciate. Typically, these will be mostly black metal. This week's a little different. I have, looks like, 1 dungeon synth, 1 death metal, and only 1 true black metal. You know, the rest I think it could kind of be maybe considered black metal, maybe not, depending on what type of viewer you are. But first, I wanted to highlight something that I got in the mail this past week. Something I'm super pumped about. And that is the 4th edition of Arcane Archivist, or Archivist. I have number 309 out of 1000. This, like I said, is issue 4. This is actually my first issue of Arcane Archivist. And I don't know, I've been sleeping on this man. This is really really good stuff. I'll just show some shots. It's got this really cool border all around it. Of course, you know everything about black metal. It's got a few pages on the Icelandic black metal scene, which I didn't know much about. Icelandic timeline here. Just really good stuff. Really well done. So if you haven't heard of this, definitely follow the Instagram page too. Top class as far as black metal goes. This guy, I mean, who knows how much effort has gone into this, how many hours has been put into this, with all these interviews and reviews, deep dives, things like that. So total support. Eternal hails to Arcane Archivist. I definitely need to get, on the ball with collecting more, and definitely getting more into zines and stuff. Which I actually have another announcement. I'm going to be, looks like, writing for a zine here pretty soon. I'll give more detail once everything's set in stone and I've put out my first little review or whatever. But yeah, I'm really excited about that. Just kind of keep going down this rabbit hole of black metal in general. But I'm really enjoying myself. So yeah. Wow, 4 minutes into it, I haven't even talked about it. Alright, so let's get right into it. Sorry about the preamble. I know how annoying that is sometimes. So, first release here is actually a death metal. The first death metal featured on my Saturday Bandcamp special. This is In the Crypt of Gore by Abortofacient, I believe is how you pronounce it. This is an EP, came out in 2021. From Belgium. Like I said, this is death metal. It's a 3-piece. This music is super dope. I really love this release. I've listened to it I don't know how many times. I know more times than is allowed on Bandcamp, because I've hit the maximum amount of plays on that. And then I've listened to it I don't know how many times on YouTube, probably about 10 or 15 times. I've known about this for quite a while. I don't know why I slept on it, but then probably about a week or two ago, I don't know, I guess I was just looking through my Bandcamp or whatever and saw it, and I was like, oh, I'll give this a little listen again. It's definitely reminiscent of like Mortician. It's got those kind of deep gutturals, that kind of guitar tone, super low. One thing that I've seen people hate on about it is the drums. Someone in one of the YouTube comments said it sounds like they're playing on buckets, which I thought was pretty funny. I mean, it is a weird tone to the drums, but I enjoyed it. I think this is a super killer release. Yeah, it might sound a little weird, but I think that's part of the charm to it. I really enjoyed it. So that is In the Crypt of Gore by Abortofacient. Is a full length, and with some of these, especially this week, there's a lot of ones that are really hard to kind of describe. I mean, I don't know, you'll just have to listen to the clips and make your own judgment call on whether you want to listen to it or not. Like I said, I find all of these really interesting in their own ways. So next up is The Higher Power by Baazvlaat. This is a Flint, Michigan two-piece. I guess you call it black metal, maybe magic metal. I've kind of discovered that recently, magic metal. The whole what is that kind of genre, that like Baros or whatever, that kind of stuff. It's like black metal, but it's like really psychedelic in a way. I'm trying to think. There's that SS band that's super popular. I'm not too familiar with it. I am familiar with this Baazvlaat release. I've had this in my likes for, I don't even, it came out in 2021, I believe. So it's been in there at least a year. And I was really intrigued by the first song. It's got really great riffs, really kind of, they're not like black metal riffs though. It's kind of more like black metal vocals a little bit, but not like really harsh black metal vocals. It's just kind of like a little grunty style, I guess. I've heard it been called goblin vocals a little bit, which I guess I can kind of see. But the music is really well done. It kind of keeps you guessing where things are going to go, and just really interesting. And I don't know how many, we have a lot of like international viewers and things like that. Do a little research on Flint, Michigan, and get back to me. This is the last place I would expect music of this caliber to come from. For those of you who don't know, I'll give a little crash course. They basically just have like a terrible problem with their drinking source. Their water is super like there's corrosions in the pipes or something, and the water is super polluted. So Flint, Michigan doesn't have a great reputation in the United States of America, and this problem's been going on for years and years now. So I was really surprised to see that this band came from Flint. But nevertheless, really interesting music. If you're into any type of, kind of almost highbrow music, psychedelic type music, maybe even prog a little bit, I would check this out. Really interesting listen. Like I said, keeps you on your toes at all times. And that is The Higher Power by Baazvlaat. Next up is The Outsider by Cosmic Nightmares. This is a dungeon synth release, or maybe you could call it dark ambient. All of Cosmic Nightmares releases so far are based on H.P. Lovecraft short stories or novels, depending on the release. The first I heard was At the Mountains of Madness by Cosmic Nightmares. That didn't really leave a huge impression on me, but something about The Outsider really kind of turned it around and makes me think, maybe I need to go back and listen to At the Mountains of Madness again, because this just kind of gives you an eerie, sort of impending doom kind of vibe, like evil's lurking around the corner, which fits really well with Lovecraft. If you've read any of his stuff, fantastic author. One of the greats, in my opinion. Really has a gift for kind of inspiring fear in a reader, especially the fear of the unknown, which I believe he himself has mentioned that's the highest form of fear, is just the fear of the unknown. This is all done by a fella by the name of Hypnos. So yeah, if you like dark ambient, dungeon synth, that kind of stuff, I would maybe consider this a little more dark ambient. It's almost hypnotic a little bit. It's not like, I don't know, I just wouldn't really consider it a full-on dungeon synth release. Definitely more the dark ambient route. But if you want to get into a sort of mystery vibe of some sort, maybe flick this on. If you're reading a little novel of sorts, flip this on and it'll get you in that feeling, so to speak. So that is The Outsider by Cosmic Nightmares. Next up is a demo by Vengeance Horde, self-titled Vengeance Horde. This came out this year. Not a lot is known about this project. All that I could find was that they are based in the U.S. They have at least one member. This wasn't done by AI, so we know there's one human a part of this. That's all I could find. I hope it's the guy on the cover, because that guy is totally badass. This cover is sick. When I saw it, I was like, yeah, I gotta listen to this. It really didn't matter what the music sounded like to me. I knew I was gonna like it just by the cover. And then I guess like the alternate cover is just this like super jacked guy in like this just black metal / war metal regalia, super hard, super thugged out. So obviously it's war metal. Only 2 tracks on here, but really good stuff. Got some kind of groove in the riffs a little bit, a little grooviness into it, but it's still definitely war metal. Which, I'm not the biggest war metal guy. I can't tell you everything there is to know about it, but this is really well done. Pretty highly acclaimed from what I understand. A lot of people seem to like this. So definitely check it out. If you're a fan of cool covers, if you're a fan of war metal, anything hard, tough as nails, definitely check this out. And that is Vengeance Horde, self-titled. And last but not least is an EP, Fimbulwinter by Heimland. This came out in 2021. I want to say I found this in the old zine here. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty certain I found it there. This is Norwegian black metal, 4-piece. This one is pretty meat and potatoes black metal. Doesn't try to reinvent the wheel, but you know, keeps the wheel going in a very good pace, if you get what I mean. Really well done. You know, it's definitely got that Norwegian sound to it. Really curious to see kind of what they do as far as a full length, because I think it's going to be killer. This was their latest release, the EP, and like I said, if it's anything like the EP, the full length will be highly acclaimed, if you ask me. Really well done, you know, black metal. I'm trying to think of things to compare it to, maybe Shooter a little bit, although it's definitely, you know, Shooter's sometimes got a little death metal into it. This is definitely a little more black metal centric. And like I said, I mean, if you're thinking of the Norwegian kind of sound, as far as black metal goes, this definitely doesn't stray too far from that. And I really like Norwegian black metal, so I was certainly down with this release. So yeah, definitely check that out. And that is Fimbulwinter by Heimland. Today, I do have some, I feel like I've been saying this last like 3 or 4 videos, but I've got some records to show. Typically in the middle of the week, I like to, you know, give the videos a little time to, you know, get views and have a little air about them. But it seems like my dad posts in the middle of the week and I post on the weekend, so you know, I'm just trying to give a little time between the videos. So maybe he won't post this week and I'll post. But until then, you know, I'll keep doing these Saturday Bandcamp specials. I did recently get a new job, so hopefully I'll be getting some more physical stuff to show, and give back to the bands a little bit, because you know, just listening to the music isn't enough, in my opinion. You gotta fork over some coin to them as well. You know, show your support. So yeah, I've got a bunch of releases to buy, and looking forward to it. So thanks for watching, and I will see you some point next week. Cheers.